I want to say that I believe literally in the world, Brooklyn Mirage is my favorite place. And I haven't even seen the whole world. I feel like I can just say that.
This is what I say when I say Delaware is the 49th ranked state in the union. I say the only reason I haven't put it at 50 is because I haven't seen everything yet. But there's some things you just know. Brooklyn Mirage and New Jersey is the greatest state in the union.
Nothing like stars from a paradise. Don't care cause there's magic in the air tonight. Pretty girl in my ear, she the rarest type. Heaven on earth is right here tonight. I'm in the dream state. I'm in the dream state.
In all-time history, there is no other way.
See? Like
We listen, we're in LA right now. We're in Los Angeles, as you can see from the fit, directed by the two of you. And it is interesting that we're doing this in LA because we're both from Jersey, the greatest state in the union. And there's an untold origin story here that the people are not even ready for. Joey Schifilliti, how we doing, brother?
I'm doing phenomenal, man. How are you?
Dude, this is long overdue, I would say.
Oh my God. Way long overdue. Dude, I've known you too long to not have done this. Honestly, I should have been the first episode. Honestly. I'm going to be honest. We should have did it first. But I'm here now, and I feel phenomenal about it, bro.
This is a couple years now, because to wrap it all together here, people don't even realize this, you've been to Reds, which is absolutely insane.
I have. I actually pitched Jersey Loud to you. I told one of my buddies what I do, and he was like, dude, Red would probably love to have you here. So I was like, word, I'm going to ask him. So I remember I got your number, and then like we texted once or twice, and then that was it. I never really followed through with it because I was throwing like, yeah, a bar would have been cool, but I wasn't throwing 21 plus events. So like you weren't going to be able to have a liquor deal. You know what I mean? So like, it wouldn't have even been worth it. Like I was throwing more teen nights. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
those were 18 plus events.
They were
what
16
was it?
plus.
16 plus. Okay.
Like even some of them like were all ages, but like I wasn't hosting alcohol because, you know, it wasn't really like I was so new to the game.
Yeah. Now, how did you get into that? So you're the founder, CEO, chairman of Jersey Loud,
yeah, well,
which was
actually,
massive.
You know, I can speak on this now. Jersey Loud is no longer a thing. It's the first time I'm saying this actually on the internet, but the reason of that is because I kind of wanted to get out of the whole teen night environment, right? I wanted to get into more of the 21 plus, you know, higher DJs, you know, that are more higher class, more A class, and I wanted to do it the right way. I got involved early on. I was so young. I was so like influenced by so many people around me that I kind of just went in one direction. So I'm kind of separating from that. I'm on a whole new thing right now. I'm actually just launched a new company, Mystic, but the hard launch of that isn't coming yet, Red. It's not there yet. I actually in a couple months got something pretty nuts coming out, and I can't speak on it yet. But it's some big stuff, man.
Which is why we're here right now.
Exactly.
Which is why this podcast is being done in LA.
Exactly.
So just to elaborate on the Jersey Loud thing, how did you originally get into that?
So I actually posted a video on TikTok when I was 17, and I said I'm going to throw a house party. So comment if you want to get added to the Snapchat group chat I'm making and get invited to the house party. And dude, it got like 750,000 views in like 24 hours. And there was literally so many people. So I started like a couple group chats and it was blowing up, but it was too big. So I called my brother, and my brother, dude, he's a genius. He's literally like, I look up to my brother, I think, more than anybody in my life. But he gave me the idea. He was like, dude, this is like awesome for you. He's like, do it the right way. He's like, rent the venue out. He's like, do it from square one. And I was like, you know what? Like, you're right. So he honestly, you know, helped me with like the whole mental part of it and like getting through and like what to do and what way. And, you know, so kudos to him. But yeah, that's how it originated. And then from there, it became a fucking vibe. Like I was
massive.
17. Like it was pretty crazy to think about because I was 17 years old, like throwing crazy shows and like, boom, like that was it. I'm in high school, just got my license. Like I got baseball practice and then I'm going to throw a show. Like I would go to school, fucking, you know, do the whole like history math thing and then go to baseball practice and then go to a show that I'm hosting. And the whole time I'm like doing homework, like working at my dad's restaurant, I was like moving, like I was grinding. So it was fun, man. I love grinding.
Couple hundred people at all these events, yeah?
Oh, dude, like our first event, we sold like 1,500 tickets.
Holy God.
Yeah, no, dude, it wasn't like we were throwing pretty big shows. Our second show we did around 1,000. Like it was always like close. Like it was fun.
And you guys were just finding venues to host these parties at.
Yeah, I was literally, bro. I was driving, 17 years old. I was driving to people's doors, all these different venues around Jersey. Hey, I want to throw a party here, and then.
Well, that was the thing with Reds was the space.
Yeah.
But this was kind of at the ladder. This was a couple years down the line where you already had been doing it.
Yeah.
So the space, but again, going back to what you said about the it's 16 plus. That was always the deal breaker for me at Reds was with
100%. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's tough
what I mean?
Because with the liquor license and everything like that, it's just tough, And they were. It was honestly, they were just so honest because of the whole pandemic era and what I was doing. The reason Reds even took off because of pushing the limits. It was just so, but I know when things really started opening back up, those events started taking off again, like all over. And so many different people were asking me about it. And I always tried to figure out if we could or couldn't do it because it would have been great. I mean, you book out the venue. So, yes, you just launched the podcast and you said that is the Mystic. So, You said you're waiting for the hard launch, or what's going on?
Yeah, so it's because the whole point of Mystic isn't really a podcast, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to build, the purpose of Mystic, and right now the podcast is showing what it's about, right? That's New Jersey nightlife. It's going out, how to do it the right way. What are you gonna expect, right? Like the game is literally so different than it's ever been before. Honestly, we have a lot to do with that, and who better than to talk about it, right? So that's kind of the point of it. But the longevity of Mystic is to be throwing the biggest and best shows in the game, dude. It's gonna be a whole other level, and I'm so excited.
So you want to continue on with the events?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm throwing bangers.
Let's
dude.
fucking go, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not not throwing parties. I'm just not throwing team nights. I'm not. That's the whole point. Because, Jersey Loud, it was a hit for a period of time, right? Like Jersey Loud was a I don't like the word fab, but it was cool and then it wasn't, right? Kids started to grow up from the whole now, dude, they'll just fly to Miami and go underage somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't have to do that anymore.
Which is crazy, by the way.
It's absurd. But, I'm so okay with the fact that I'm gonna step my entire game up. It's a whole other experience that I'm excited to get into.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that was what the outlook was.
No, yeah. So because actually originally, the Instagram name that I made Mystic for was Mystic Events, and then I was like, yo, in the meantime of what I'm building that I'm in LA for right now, in the meantime of this before it releases, I'm gonna at least start to build the content. I need to get it ready to go. So I changed it to Mystic Productions so that it's more of an all-around genre for the time being. But Mystic, the name, don't forget it, because Mystic is the shit that's sticking.
Yeah.
That's going to be,
It's going to be an entire system.
Oh, my God.
Which is what, I'm on the same wavelength.
I'm going to be able to build a rocket, Red.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to build a rocket and go to the moon, Red.
I actually have no fucking doubt about that. In fact, I think all of us in this room might be the first ones to the moon since whenever they went, which...
Who knows if they did,
It's stats. I was just about to say, we don't even fucking know, dog.
I'm going straight there.
Yeah, we're 100% go. We'll have an event up there. Mm-hmm. But that's honestly the whole system thing, what you just said.
21 plus.
Minus 21 plus. The whole system thing is what I'm also going for with the Reddcast.
Yeah.
Instead of just making it strictly a podcast, I'd like to build a system where I'm highlighting what everybody who's done the podcast, has going on.
Yeah.
So for you, when these events take off or whatever you have going on, I want to also be there and filming. Now, as it is right now, usually I'll be the one filming it. Eventually, I want it to be because we'll pass the camera around. You know how our squad is. Everybody will take the camera. My guy, Mikey Skiz, Mike Unknown, he'll never say no. Then he got the Unknown Capital shirt going to Keats. And we're all passing the camera around, getting shots. But eventually, I'd like it to be where I have somebody like Corey Frank, the legend, who can come every time. He's got his own video production company with our boy Sal. But that's kind of where my mind is as well.
Yeah, dude. What would be sick? Now I want to know your opinion on this, right? Because I've been cooking this up a little bit in my journal, and I'm thinking, what if when I do start throwing these events, right? I kind of want to continue to do podcasts with Mystic, right? But I want it to only be the back end of Mystic Productions and what the events are being thrown. I want to be podcasting with the DJ and the fucking tech guy.
Yes.
That's who I want to podcast with. I want to podcast with a security guard from the show. Tell me some crazy stories from tonight, dude. Let me hear it. And then we'll rotate them out.
Yeah.
Rotate them out. And dude, I feel like that will more so, it will make it easier for the audience to grasp what we're about. And like, I think what you and I are doing is absolutely electric.
Yeah, that's 100%. That's
proud of us for sure.
yeah, that's the way to do it, because it's you want to bring awareness to everything that everybody has going on that's related to it. So it goes back to like building a community. That's kind of what I have a vision for the Reddcast is connecting everybody. That was the one thing at Reds that I really liked, was that we were able to connect so many people. And because Reds took off so like crazy during that time period, and most of the kids that went to Rutgers all go down to the Jersey Shore in the summer, and that's where I live, and that's where I go out all the time because that's when I have time off. It all kind of connected everybody. What are we?
We gotta talk about something.
Oh, this from the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get right into it because we're on that subject. The fact that these words even came out of your mouth is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you could not claim that DJ's is the best bar at the Jersey Shore.
You know why? Let me explain.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a valid reason.
Because I know why you would take it so to heart. You know, considering like West Bar, I get it. All right. It's not just a bar. It's not. I see this. I see the vibe. I see what it is. It's a community there. So I understand the love for it. Okay. But I don't drink, Red. It's hard. It's so hard to just go rip DJs, forget the time, and be sober.
That's the deal breaker right there, is the fact that you don't drink.
But I'll have 2 hours. I'll rip it for 2.
Well, your energy.
But once my social battery runs out, Red, I'm looking at my I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, all right, like, on the
no service in there.
Yeah.
No
my
service.
God, it's the worst, dude.
So that's one thing that a lot of people say is you can't go to DJ sober. You can't. So
hey, and I'm a fucking trooper. I
want to point this out. I only go to DJs sober. I usually never pregame because I know when we get there, we're going to be ordering 20, 40, 50, 100 shots like right off rip. Because the squad, again, it goes back to the network.
You know, Jason Keats said something about DJs on my show that I really loved.
What did he say? Well, I heard what he said, but I want to know what part.
He said they have the same routine every year, right? Luke said it's like the Yankees, right? You got the whole 9. They're always the best. But why are they the best? Why do people come back? They got the same routine every year. Jason was like, they spit shine the lights from 1980. You know, they'll mop the tops of the bar. But, like, I just can't grasp how people love it so much.
I'll tell you exactly why.
I only get the love for West Bar, the community of West Bar. That's all I know.
No. I'll tell you exactly why. And I've been going to DJs. I've been a proponent. I've been fucking pushing DJs forever. All the local people that go to DJs still that are staples. Back in the day, everybody's like, no, we can't go there to get the Italian Guidos, all this shit. I'm like, listen, one night you come with me and you're never going to want to go anywhere else. And that has held true for every single person that has given it that test. But the reason that it is so loved by everybody and they've been able to be so successful year after year, because Keats was saying, I did want to talk about this. He was saying, he goes, I don't know what it is. They paint the walls the same, this and that. It is. It's all the same, which people love. So there's really no reason to change it. But it's the people who work there. It's the staff. And I'm talking from top to bottom. Everybody who works there is amazing at hospitality. They really are.
I can agree with that.
Yes. And people, again, from the outside, or even people that see it for just the club that it is, you don't see it. 2 a.m. when you go outside and you're ordering food, everybody's hammered, nobody knows what's going on. The manager, Justin, is back there fucking chopping up cheesesteaks. The guys who are just on stage holding the t-shirts, you gotta be dancing, you gotta be smiling, you gotta be shaking that butt. They're in there taking orders, ringing it in, getting people, like, it is a full-on system there that is just, from top to bottom, one of the best, because I've been to all these spots and I know that everybody has them.
I can agree with everything
the hospitality is just an aspect that people don't take into account because, again, it's a club at the Jersey Shore. So a lot of people know you don't have to do that. You're going to have the numbers regardless.
So respectable. And I want to make it clear that I'm not shitting on DJs.
No, you're not.
Look, I like DJs. It's hard. I just can't consider it the best when there's a place like Jenks where, as a sober guy, I can like just go outside and chill for a sec, like on the beach.
Yeah.
Like, I can get out. Like, I'm not going to be in the crammed area. I get it. They have the outside yard. But, like, even then, dude, when it's a DJ's night, bro, it's packed.
I didn't even realize, because you told me at Jenks this year for Caroline's birthday, you don't drink. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So, yes, I can see from that perspective, you want to go outside, be on the beach, it's nice weather and all that. Plus, also, Jenks is great, too. I mean, they got great people over there.
I love Jenks.
Bar A, Team Tony over there, DQ on Tuesdays. He's also a headliner, Porta, all those
I do
spots.
love Bar A too. I gotta say, I like Bar A because
dude, Bar A's. I mean, all these spots. Again, it's the Jersey Shore. It's the greatest place on earth in the greatest state in the union.
Now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Could you consider Jersey Shore the greatest state on earth during the winter?
So wait, New Jersey or the Jersey Shore? What are we talking here?
Well,
how are we
what
classifying this?
You just claimed. You claim.
So I claim that the Jersey Shore is the greatest area in the greatest state in the union. So New Jersey, greatest state in the union.
Okay. Is it
year round, 24/7, 365?
That.
Yeah, that's the no-brainer.
You almost just.
That's an auto lock.
You almost took it back though.
No, I didn't do that. I did not. Run. We have the receipts. Run it back.
We do.
No,
did you hear what I heard?
What did you think I said?
He was like, which one?
Well, you said listen, I've never been wrong in my fucking life. All my friends, they make fun of me because I always used to go, you want to bet $10 back in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. You want to bet $10. All my boys fucking know exactly what I'm talking about because I said I would always say, and we do have it in this situation right now. I wish there were cameras recording this so we could rewind it and run the tapes. You said, do you consider the Jersey Shore the greatest state in the union year round? So I thought, I considered Miami its own state during the pandemic, and still to this day, probably its own state. And that did take over as the greatest state in the union. Miami, not Florida, Miami as its own state took over as the greatest state in the union during a brief period of 2020 to 2021. And then New Jersey reclaimed its throne. Obviously, in the summer of 2021, it was you couldn't argue it. It was just back. But yeah, no, 24/7, 365, New Jersey, greatest state in the union.
So I have a question. How come you're based over here right now?
In LA. Okay, so now, that's a great question. That's valid too. It's a valid question. Once Reds closed, I started going full force with the podcast. Helped my dad out at the beer garden. And we do have to get into the conversation about your family's restaurants and everything like that as well. But
100%.
Started the podcast, went full force on that, started doing the content full time, came out here in the summer, connected with Il Nicky and Krista Youngs, who are both very talented, very successful artists, musicians, songwriters. Il Nicky's a rapper. He's on tour right now with Fora. Krista Youngs wrote every damn song for BTS. I mean, absolutely incredible. And connected with them and had 2 really good episodes. Now, the Il Nicky episode is airing this week. So after doing those episodes and connecting with them, I realized that coming out here is not as bad as I thought it was because, of course, LA has the rep, all the fakeness and everything like that. But both of them, to see that they reached a very high levels of success and are good people, if you watch the episode with Il Nicky, you can just tell that this guy's just down-to-earth, real dude. Krista Youngs, down-to-earth, real. And I enjoyed those conversations a lot. I enjoyed meeting them. And I realized, you can be out here, you can make it, you can reach a certain level that you want to get to without stepping over everybody, without stepping on top of people and knocking them down. And that was the big thing is I didn't want to be somewhere where, first of all, I didn't want to leave Jersey. I don't like leaving Jersey. I mean, that's my home. I fucking, till the day, when I die, it will be New Jersey. I mean, that's where I will be. But I did want to, in terms of the content and the podcast and everything like that.
It might be in China. Sorry, I just didn't say that.
It could be.
No, go ahead.
It could be.
But
in terms of the content, the podcast, all that stuff, once I connected with them, I realized, all right, I can start connecting with a few more people that are at their level of success in this space or whatever they do. And that's what I wanted to kind of focus on right now.
Got it.
But I have so many backlogged episodes of all our friends in New Jersey because the main point of the podcast really is to just sit down with my friends, talk, and tell their story.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I've been doing most of the time. And then coming out here, connecting with them, I think it would just be a good opportunity to be out here and connect with more people. Now, how long am I going to be here? Who knows who I'm going to film with? Whatever. Summer's coming up. I'll probably be back in Jersey. But that was the thought process in that, especially because
we made it happen. I was here for 2 days. We made it
It's
happen.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's because we tried to schedule it for weeks at home.
Bro, I literally landed how many hours ago? 5 hours ago.
And here we are.
Yeah.
And we would have started this 2 hours ago.
I came here.
We would have started 2 hours ago if it wasn't for the guy chopping wood out front.
Exactly.
Which is absolutely insane.
Exactly.
But now, we made it happen. But and going along with that, we were trying to schedule it back home at your family's restaurant.
Yep.
So now the deal was we had to be done before 10 a.m. or had to do it after 10 p.m.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So now what's going on with these? How many restaurants are there? What's going on with that? The whole family business.
So the restaurants are entirely our families, that is our core, right? That is what we've been doing our whole lives. Even when my mom and dad were together, like my mom was helping my dad. You know, my dad's been owning restaurants since he was 18 years old. You know, grew up all over the world. And then right now we only have 2 locations. I mean, my dad's owned 6, 8, 10 at once. So, you know, like he's always been doing it. So right now I'm running the one in Neptune, New Jersey, on top of school and business and, you know, all that. And then my dad is still running the one in Brick. The one in Brick we've had for about like 10 years now. So, I mean, the restaurant though, it's so wholesome, man. I mean, the entire menu, my nonna's recipes, the entire thing. Her face is on the cover of our takeout menu. My dad makes Instagram videos twice a day. He's like literally so dedicated. He's so motivated. So, I mean, like, so it's honestly, you know, as much as sometimes I'll on the side, like I'll admit, like I'll complain here and there about the restaurant and like, you know, all these hours, blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm so grateful for it. Like it taught me so much. It made me who I am. So, you know, it's a blessing. I love it.
Yeah, growing up in that industry, it's same. My family, their whole lives, that's what they've done. Yep. You know, they bars.
Dude, it's a lot, man. I mean, kudos to my dad. Like I can barely run one right now.
Isn't that crazy?
Like I can't imagine the amount of work that goes into a restaurant. Is like, I always overlooked it.
It's unbelievable, and people have no clue until they actually do, and they're like, "Oh shit!" You know what's crazy is because people used to ask me at Reds all the time about when we would book like date nights and stuff like that. I would call whoever was booking the date night, and they'd always ask, "Oh, are you going to be there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, if we're open, I'm here." Like that's the life. Yeah. You know, you're not
there, bro. You can't just not go there. Like you need to be there. I am there, literally, bro. You cannot leave that place. It's like a newborn baby, especially when you open it right away. You are literally taking care of a baby.
That's the craziest time is when you first open.
And bro, like it's a whole nother level when, you know, like some people will claim that feeling of like when they get hired as, you know, a manager at Mickey D's. No hate on it. Just saying it's different when it's your family. And like, you know, it's who you are. It's what your last name was built on. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole other
when it's your family's business and you enter it, you're the owner. Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah. And some people don't understand that, but you own the place and you start to see things from the perspective of the person who's actually running the show. Yeah. And it's absolutely insane. I mean, the hours are crazy. I mean, dude, my dad would always tell me like you got to get a spot in New Brunswick. Like that was his thing. And I remember the first year I was staying up north with my family and I was driving home one night and dude, this is when I would sleep 3 hours, wake up, go back, work all day, go back home, sleep 3 hours. And dude, one day I just fell asleep driving, fucking totaled my car on the fucking turnpike, dude. Wow. Like insane. Like, and people don't realize just how many hours you're putting in. Now, I should have stayed there. I should have had a spot there. But, this is when I first started. So I didn't even know how many hours I was going to be putting in. And this is after 2 years after a whole year. I mean, you come up your whole life in it. But after a year of really training to run a place. Because before we opened New Brunswick, I went to Carlstadt and the Newark one. And, dude, I'd close the Newark one bartending after Devils games and concerts. And then it'd be, 2, 3, 4 a.m., and then I'd have to meet Pepsi. I fucking will never forget this in my life. I'd have to wake up and fucking go meet Pepsi at fucking New Brunswick so they could install the soda guns. Oh, you know, like it's insane.
Oh, yeah. Every little thing is a system. There's an invoice. There's someone to pay. Like, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
It's literally crazy.
The levels to it is just something that, like, until you start running. Like, and even like you said, the whole manager thing. Because if you were just a manager that was hired, yes, like if we had hired a manager for New Brunswick that wasn't family, they're not driving to meet Pepsi at 7 a.m. after closing Reds Newark the night. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's yours and you're your family, you're the owner, you got to be there.
You know what's great though? You know what's great is that it's teaching me to run a fucking empire.
Yes.
So.
The business experience is, and I'm going to tell you what, these motherfuckers that think you could teach this in a classroom or anything like that, how you could learn about business,
like it.
Full of fucking shit.
Nothing
all
like
of you. Go run a fucking business and see what it's like. And I ain't talking this financial shit. Yeah. And I respect to all the people that do that. I'm talking running your fucking business, being the owner, your family's business, anything. It doesn't have to be your family. It could be your first business that you started, that your son or daughter is going to take over when they grow up.
Yes, right.
But you will learn more about life and get so much more experience that is beneficial to what you want to accomplish. Because now, everything I do when it comes to the podcast, video, things like that, and trying to turn that into a business, I have the experience. And throw the pandemic on top of that for when I was doing it, and it was just like times a million. So,
Yeah, bro.
but it's so true. You just learn so many things about life. And then who's not going to show up? What do you got to do? You know, one of the security guys didn't show up. Now you got to stand on the box all night. Oh, but one of the bartenders didn't show up. Neither did the expo. Now you don't have an expo, a bartender, a security guard. Who the fuck's going to work? You know what I mean? Who's going to work?
You're right.
You are. You're going
are.
to be the one there.
You're exactly.
And that's what it's like.
You know, it's a certain type of person that it takes to run a business like that. But
yeah, and also just hospitality, restaurant, bar, club, whatever. It's also a different ball game because I mean it's just the commitment to it, and then not just that, but what you say about being there all the time. Again, because it's not like there aren't businesses where you could invest, be a partner, whatever, and just not be involved. But like if you're the one running the restaurant or the bar, I mean, it's absolutely just a whole nother level. You got to watch everything like a fucking hawk. People stealing money, putting a fucking 20 in their pocket
you know
instead
what's
of the
crazy to
register.
think about too? As high on top of the shit that we are, right? There's probably still some little fuckers that are getting away with something. Like it's
crazy.
Yeah,
it's 100%.
Especially the bar business. That's a whole other ball game because there's so much cash. There's so much everything.
The liquor itself.
You know, there's probably so many and you know, you hate that you don't wish this, but like there's probably bartenders just giving away free shit. Like you don't want too much free shit being given away. Yeah, there's an extent, right? Like you want to be able to provide. You want to, every once in a while give something away for free, be nice. But like when people start getting aggressive with it, like you got to be able to see that from the distance.
And it's crazy because this is the thing I think with restaurants in particular, and even with obviously bars with the liquor and all that, but just restaurants in general as well, is the fact that like it's somebody else has to be there to ring up the money. You know, somebody has to, like the bartender is the one that's good. You can't be there and serving 100 people at once, 200 people at once. You have other people there, and you got to watch like a fucking hawk. You got to go back into the computer, look at the inventory, match up. You got 27 drinks per bottle of vodka that you have. How much did the vodka cost? Why is there only this much revenue when we had this many bottles of vodka?
Exactly.
We lost this much. That now, of course, you got to account for the pours, the volume, the speed.
So now when you purchase that alcohol, right, are you purchasing by the ounce? Or like, how much are you...
So it depends on...
Paying per...
You're paying for the case usually.
So it's per case. Is that,
yeah.
But like a case would be like how many...
Or bottle. You could order it individually as well. Okay. So you could order it by the bottle or by the case. Obviously, when you order by the case, you get a little cheaper. Yeah. And then once you get to a certain amount, and this is why those bars at the Jersey Shore probably do so well, is you start getting kickbacks / rebates. You know what I mean? Like if you order a certain amount of kegs, you get this much credit towards your order on this next one. So when you talk about Bar A doing Bud Light on fucking Tuesdays, I mean the rebate kickbacks they're getting on that, it's insane, you know, like because you're just ordering, if you order this many then you get this credit and stuff like so. Looking into once you start serving that type of volume, that's something you want to look into. Obviously, it's going to save you. But liquor too, it's you usually order by the case, unless it's like something like I know in Newark, like we used to order the Jameson at the 1.75 instead of just the 1 liters, you know, because it was cheaper by the ounce. But again, you got to look at all those numbers, and these are things that people don't even realize you have to do. Exactly. They think it's just talking to people, this and that.
Yeah, buying alcohol and selling it. It's literally it's so intricate.
There's a whole science to it, and you gotta be in there every day because if you're not, you're missing it, you know. And then you got to go and look at everything at the end of the month and make sure it's all lining up. It's a crazy industry.
And then it's the snowball effect. Once it's not fixed immediately and on the stat, it starts to become a bigger problem.
I think that's why a lot of restaurants fail is because I think people open them without realizing just what they're getting into. It's just insane.
My dad always says something. He says the fish stinks from the head. If the owner or person in charge is not on their shit, the entire place is gonna fucking fail.
Top down.
100%. So he always said that to me. Even when I was on like a baseball team and I was like captain of my baseball team. The fish stinks from the head. I'm like, the head's the coach.
So you were a ball player. You were a baseball guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's fucking go. What position?
Middle infield and pitcher. Dude, yeah, man. I actually played Bristol, Connecticut. I played on ESPN. We were 1 game away from the Little League World Series.
No shit.
We went undefeated, and then the first game that we lost was the game that mattered. And we got sent home to go to the World Series. You know the year Monet Davis and the Taney Dragons went?
Oh yeah.
They were the team that beat us.
No shit.
Yeah, right to go. Yep.
Damn. When did you play till?
What do you mean?
Like till what age?
Oh, literally like 2 years ago. Once I went full force with the restaurant and work.
Then you were done.
Like it's hard. Like in order to be, I want to say this very clearly. Okay, in order to be a Division I baseball player, it's your life. Okay, you are nothing but a Division I baseball player. You can't be a D1 baseball player, run a restaurant, get good grades, open your own business, like work for someone else that's not your father. Like I do a lot, okay? Like in baseball, I love baseball. It taught me so much about who I am, honestly. Like baseball is the best sport in the world. I believe that 110%. I thank my entire family for making me play baseball. It taught me how to fail and just keep fucking moving. So I stopped playing. My last year I played was at Brookdale. I realized, like, dude, I'm not playing college baseball. I can't do it. Like, it just wasn't. I had too much going on. So, but man, it's what I did every day of my life. Like,
so that was
like from 3 years old to then, like T-ball to then, I was.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
Again, it goes, dude. The same thing. Sam Johnson was. I was like, yo, that's why the connection is there. Middle infield. I was the same thing. I was middle infield. I moved to third base when I was in college.
I actually have my arm hurts to this day sometimes. Like once I stopped playing, I went cold turkey from throwing a baseball. I remember like I went to the beach one time, like yossed the football. And I like, and ever since that day,
felt it.
Felt it.
So when you went to Brookdale, were you planning on playing, or were you?
Yeah,
playing?
I was planning on playing, and then I played for like one half of a season. And then
saw the commitment.
I literally like I was like, Coach, I'm not gonna do this to you. Like I can't be here at practice every single day of the week and get to the restaurant 4 hours late and then like sometimes have to show up late to a game and not make a practice because of like it was just.
Yeah, you're right. That commitment is something.
It wasn't worth it, dude. Like they're top tier JUCO baseball program. Like
they're always good, Brookdale. They always got good players.
Yeah, always.
Damn, that's another thing I didn't know. The baseball, because I played baseball my whole life as well. I played all the way through college.
You want to know something? So going to high school, right? I did 8th grade twice for baseball. I reclassed, bro. Like I was so for baseball. That's how for baseball I was. I reclassed. Like so for me to not go D1, honestly, for me to not pursue it 100%, like yeah, in the long run I ended up not wanting to do it. So like I made the decision on my own. But like it's kind of like I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll feel like I wasted a good amount of talent. Like I literally head down baseball my whole life. I even transferred. So once I did 8th grade twice, I was a North kid, Toms River North. But I transferred and went to South. So everyone in North.
Yeah. Wait a fucking second.
Yup.
You were TR North.
I was the villain.
You were TR North. And you transferred to TR South. Yeah. Are you fucking nuts? By the way, I want to say Toms River South baseball.
Ken Frank, best baseball coach to ever walk the planet. Is
TR
Coach Ken
North,
Frank.
absolutely as well. Shout out to Tyler Lawrence, absolute stallion pitcher back in the day.
I want to tell you something. I pitched my coach 900th win against Point Beach or someone. I think it was Point Beach or Point Pleasant, one or the other.
This was at TR South?
This was at South. Stadium was packed. I have never.
This is high school or no?
High school.
Dude.
Yeah, senior year. I literally, bro, that was like to see Coach Frank in that moment. That guy deserves. He's a trooper. He's a vet to baseball. That guy has done it all. I hope, never stops coaching.
Legend.
I hope he never stops. And I don't think he's gonna. Dude, the guy doesn't stop. Off season in the group chat. Get ready for next season. That guy, if you want to talk about energy, okay, you want to talk about someone making you feel like your life's on the line, he'll do it. I would jump in front of a bus for Coach Ken Frank. 110%. I'd run through a wall for that guy. Dude. 100%.
Fire me the fuck up.
Yeah.
It is, dude, baseball serious TR.
And that's why I went to South. There at the time, okay, there was no better school spirit than Toms River South Indians. Mm-hmm. Okay? There was nothing like being a fucking Indian. Okay, yeah, you want to be a Mariner, you want to be a Raider, be a fucking Indian. Okay.
We drove up to watch a couple games
right
now.
now.
My senior year.
Telling you now, there was nothing like it. The school spirit, the pep rallies, everything about it was amazing.
Yeah, and it's super like baseball is like it.
Yep. You want to know something else? I played football for one half of the season at South.
At South?
My freshman year. Yep.
What, did you like it or you didn't like it?
Well, I started it and then my dad made me stop because of baseball.
Oh, he wanted you to focus on that.
So, and then I played basketball my freshman year.
Oh, so you were just the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but baseball was the main thing.
Athlete.
Baseball was the main thing.
Yeah, that was
and
the
I just
main
like
thing.
tried those things.
Yeah.
I sucked at basketball. I wasn't that good, but I'm an athlete, so like I made do. And then I didn't really play football. Like I literally went to a couple practices. My dad, once games were about to start, opening day, my dad was like, "You're not doing that shit."
Yeah, he wanted you to focus. He knew.
I'm flipping the mic over here.
He
Sorry.
knew.
Yeah.
He's probably picking it up. I played football for about 2 weeks. When I
Literally
was
same. That's probably the time frame I played it for.
And then my freshman year of high school, I ran cross country because I thought it would help me get me in shape for baseball. But then in the winter, I just started training baseball full time, and the whole cross country thing just completely got washed. And I was like, all right, I'm not running all those fucking miles for nothing. Yeah. Like you don't need that for baseball.
It's brutal, bro.
Hit the gaps, hit some fucking bombs, and you're jogging.
Yo, you
don't
gotta go hit one day, bro.
Dude, I got the key to the cages. That's where I go lift. We can go any day you want.
What cages?
Mike Condon School of Baseball. Bunch of TR guys.
Condon?
Yeah.
I know Condon.
Yeah, he's the fucking legend. Dude.
Yeah, I've been around the block. I played for baseball U. I played for Arsenal. Played for.
I was ballpark and Niners. So it used to be.
I played for Niners. I played for Marlins.
It used to be ballpark. It would shout out to Coach Tim Kelly, the GOAT of coaching. Of all, like the greatest of all time. Now he's in Florida, retired, just living the fucking dream. Just got married. Yeah, I'm sure. He's where I don't know where he is, but it's fucking 95 and sunny every fucking day. And then they turned it to Niners, which is what the first year. So we were the first year of the Niners. Okay. A couple of my friends and I, and but yeah, played all those circuits. Who was it? Farrah. The big three were like the Niners, baseball, you, and Farrah. When
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal did come up later in the game.
Mike Trout played for Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah, they were later in the game though. They weren't as big when we played. Like the big three for us were those three.
I definitely did Niners. Baseball U's always been around, bro.
Oh, they've been forever. It was like a rivalry between the three because those were the three big programs. And then Arsenal.
Do you remember Rampage?
No, I don't remember that.
Frozen Ropes?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Frozen
Ropes.
That's
them.
Yeah,
Rampage, Frozen Ropes.
Okay.
Jared?
I don't remember too much on Frozen Ropes. I was younger when I
played for them.
All these guys.
I played for them, bro. I
do remember Frozen Ropes though. All those places, dude. But I've been loyal to Condon School of Baseball forever. He's been in Manasquan.
I've hit there so many times.
Locked in. Dude, we can go whenever you want to swing it.
I would love
Keats
to.
and Luke want to go too. We'll get a squad day.
Oh my God, let's play I would love to do that, bro.
And speaking of, to change the subject, how did you link up with Keats and those guys? Because now this is where our connection comes in.
Okay, so I started working for Royal Entertainment, which is a Sweet 16 wedding company who throws private events. Well, they DJ private events, not throws them. And, it's a great community there. And Jay is part owner in Royal. So once I started working with him, I realized that he also DJ'd for public events. And I was starting Jersey Loud. So we kind of automatically connected more so than we would have if we weren't in the same space, right? Because I was young, right? Like Jay's a lot older than me. So since that day, Jay has been one of my closest friends. And he's treated me so good. Can't complain, man.
He is one of the realest out.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I connected with him. It was through Cisnero. Okay. That was like the connection.
I connected with Cisnero through Keats as well.
Yes. So he had seen what was going on at Reds because when we came back after that summer of 2021, Reds was like the spot because that was following the year that it really took off, like during the pandemic. And Cisnero was DJing every $2 Tuesday. Brant as well, Brant Wolf. And then, of course, Nick Lujan. Shout out to Nick Lujan doing his fucking thing. I got to make sure I mention him in the names with all that I always mention because he became the resident DJ the next year, and he's killing it right now, just getting after it. But, yeah, Cisnero would play, and Keith saw what was going on because he was connected with Cisnero. And then I remember meeting him when they all opened up for A-Craze that night at Headliner. Oh. And it was Cisnero, Keats, and then A-Craze. And that's where I met
It's always
Keats.
A great time going out with them, man. It's always a good time.
Dude. Well, you said it. I mean, it's just on the podcast. You said different it's another level. You said it's a different ball game when you go out with them, and it's just the energy was immediate. As soon as I sat down with him, Luke, shout out to the franchise, Frank Bonilla. He was there filming. I mean, he's the GOAT of the camera. It's unbelievable. But they were there, and immediately I just felt the connection with those guys. It was just, and that episode was one of the highest rating episodes of all time. Every single person was like, yo, the energy on that was great. And that was when I didn't know Keats that well. Like, we had met just through that night with A-Craze. I saw him once more in the summer, and then I connected with him that fall, going back and forth, and we did the pod.
Okay.
So now, when you were doing Jersey Loud before you started working for him, or it was after?
So I was actually kind of simultaneously because I got picked up. I was at my friend's Sweet 16 when I was 16. And then I was about to turn 17, but the guy that was working it, Daniel Jenkins, shout out you. This is the guy who got me into entertainment. He was like, dude, you need to work for us. Like, I've always been the guy to dance in the middle of the dance floor when I was there, bro. Like, I would always get the circle. I'd get people involved. Like, even if I wasn't working it, like, prior to working at Royal, like, if people weren't having a good time, I would go make sure they had a good time. So, like, I've always been kind of a host in a way. So it worked out. I was like, cool, I'll look into it. Bro, it was, like, great. It was such a good time. I was 16 years old, going to party with 16-year-olds and getting paid for it. Like, it was phenomenal. And then when I turned 17, I remember because I made the video of Jersey Loud when I was in the DMV parking lot when I got my license. I felt like baller. I was like, got my L. I was like, let's go. It was kind of like literally a couple months after I started working for Sweet 16s.
And you stayed working there for how long with Keats and those guys?
Well, I still work there, but I don't do the same thing I did. Like, I started off as a dancer. So I was like just a kid. I was a dancer. I was like a little run around crowd motivator. But now, like, I'm the guy on the mic. I'll MC. I'll introduce the families. I'll introduce the girl. You know, like, I'll do all that stuff. So I'm more in charge of like the entire entertainment aspect of it now.
Yeah, that seems like that's exactly what you should be doing.
Oh yeah, it's
give
great.
you the
Dude,
microphone.
It's such a good bro. I want to say shout out to all of Royal Entertainment. Like, dude, Anthony Bosco, that's who owns it, by the way. The entire staff of Royal Entertainment, like Parker, Jay, Sam Lisa, you name it, Daniel Jenkins, like, they are all such good people. And like Mike Caggiano, I can keep going, but
Cash.
It's
You want
like
to talk
the
about
best
a
work
system?
environment.
That's a system.
That's
right
a system.
there.
Mike Cash is his own system. Mike Caggiano, I want to literally be just like him. He is my idol.
He's goated, dude.
No, for real though, Mike is such a good, like, he has the biggest heart I've ever seen. I swear to God.
That whole squad, it's rare.
He doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
It's rare you find, and you know what? It makes sense because they're all close friends, like very close friends.
Yeah.
But like, just again, meeting those guys over the past year and a half, just top to bottom again,
Yep.
just all of them, good people. Good people. And it's tough to come across that energy. Like real energy
Especially
like that.
now, dude. Post-pandemic, everyone's weird. Like, everyone's so weird.
These motherfucking swindler rat fucks. And I'm coming for everybody's fucking blood this year. I'm telling you. Not literally, you motherfuckers, but I swear to God.
Oh, I'm literally coming for it.
Because, dude, I'm telling you what is the fucking current state of fucking social media and just life in general is just like the way that it all developed over the last couple years.
Yo, wait, were you about to say something?
No, go.
Okay, I have a question. This is a weird question.
Okay.
You ready? If you were a bird, where would you put your nest?
I never thought about this. Where would, like, in terms of what?
Like, you're a bird. You got fucking wings. You lay fucking eggs.
You can fly.
You can fly.
Okay.
Where are you going to put your nest? Where are you going to protect your family?
Oh, man. I don't know. What have you thought about this before or no?
I thought about it, but I want to know what your answer is.
Well, where would you put it? Because this will help me think about it. I've never thought about.
You want to know mine first?
Yeah.
I asked you. All right.
I know. I want to know because it's going to give me. I have no clue.
All right, listen. You gotta think, right? What do you got? What's your assets? Wings. I'm going high up. All right. I'm going to a tree. Now everyone's gonna say it's basic, it's boring, but it's fucking safe. I'm gonna go to a tree, and it's gonna be the tallest tree, and the biggest tree, and the baddest tree. Okay, it's gonna be the tree that I call home.
I would have to say, along those lines, the location of where, the geographical location is the only question where. It would have to be something, because you could call a skyscraper, maybe somewhere hidden in the corner of one of those rooftop buildings somewhere. But is that really that safe?
You know what someone told me? You could go a cave. In a cave.
Yeah, they ain't gonna find you there. But what's waiting in the cave there?
Snakes and shit.
That's what I'm
Bats.
saying. Snakes, you motherfucking snakes on social media and in the fucking cave,
Oh
you
my
rat
God,
motherfuckers.
brutal.
Yo, actually, Il Nicky said it on the pod. He said, this is where I always think about it. He goes, trust people to be who they are. DMX said this. Trust a lion to be a lion, trust a snake to be a snake, and you're all fucking rat fucks, you fucking snake motherfuckers, and they're waiting in the cave for us. That's why we're flying high, and we're going in the trees. That's a lock.
Exactly what fucking Red said.
I would have to say geographically the location though, like maybe like somewhere.
I'm going Bali,
Yeah. See, something like that.
Indonesia.
And if we're just talking in recent years, I mean, Dubai has just taken off recently. I mean, if you could be a bird and watch that action, right? I mean, because you see everything as a bird. Like, you see what's going on down below.
I don't know how Dubai just made me think of this, but if you were a transformer, what would your name be?
Something with red.
Red.
Yeah, I don't know.
Red Raptor.
That could be that.
Raptor Red.
I don't know. I'm thinking every time I think Transformers, the only name that comes to mind is
Red.
Optimus Prime. Like, so I have to. I've never. And then there's Bumblebee, of course. Those are
Oh my God,
are those the top
Bumblebee.
2 Transformers that are known? Optimus Prime,
Bumblebee.
and then
Those
the
are the
Decepticons, like as a whole.
Yeah.
The
The Decepticons
right?
are the bad guys.
By the way, so going just
Autobots roll out.
let's-
Yeah, there's like the Zuki and the.
What shows did you watch growing up along this line? Going to like cartoons and stuff like that.
I watched.
comics
I
and
watched
things like that.
Jesse. I watched Victorious. I watched Austin and Alli. I watched Wizard of Oz. No, Wizard of Waverly Place.
Was that's a movie, but yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I've watched
Anime, like I'm talking like Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh, no, I've never really gotten into anime, but like I was more SpongeBob type. Maybe I'll mix in.
SpongeBob, loved it.
Yeah.
Auto lock.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. Well, Dragon Ball Z was my favorite show of all time.
Okay.
It was so funny but I did work a 9 to 5. I worked at PayPal. It was formerly Swift Capital. Got bought by PayPal. Fraud operations. Let's fucking go.
Wow.
But I was talking to somebody and they were asking about TV shows, and I said, yeah, it was an older guy, and Caldwell, and I said, yeah, Dragon Ball Z, you got to check it out. He goes, is it better than Breaking Bad? I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, it's two totally different universes. They're not really that good.
I'm actually watching Breaking Bad like fully for the first time right now.
You have any good series that you like to watch like that? Like, is that what you're watching?
You know
right
what,
now?
man? I wish I can give you a really good answer on this, but honestly, no. It's hard to find time to watch TV.
It is,
Like,
well, right now, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's hard to, like, the last one that I really watched, honestly, was probably like literally Outer Banks.
Oh, Outer Banks was very popular.
Yeah, but like it's kind of like,
And that was during
it
the
was
pandemic,
a fab,
though, right?
dude.
That- yeah.
It was
That was
something.
pandemic time, though. That's when everybody was watching,
Yeah,
right?
I
That's
think
when everybody
so.
had time to watch
Yeah.
shit. And then that was when the lion, tiger, what is it, the tiger thing, where the fucking, yeah, Tiger King, when that came out. It was all pandemic shit. But I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood during that time, which is an anime. Absolutely electric. Pretty much explained the entire pandemic.
You know,
as well.
anime's dope. I kind of like anime. I just never really got into it. Like, I've never like loved anime.
Yeah, I've never
just
gone to
always
like
been,
Comic-Con or anything like that. But
I've always
Dragon
been,
Ball Z
I
just,
mean, anime's anime, bro.
yeah, it's just a go. I mean, there's just a lot of hidden lessons in it. But series, The Sopranos, I mean, come on. We're from New Jersey. I've been to the house in Caldwell. Different Caldwell, the actual location, not Caldwell that I worked with. And, it was a really good one, Prison Break. Loved Prison Break.
I've seen a couple of that. I
That
haven't
was
like dived
huge.
into it though.
A lot of just deep thought, like Christopher Nolan type shit. You got to think about where the fuck you're going. Christopher Nolan's on another level, but it's along those lines. I'm
Yeah.
a math guy. I was a math major.
Okay.
So, I like when that shit gets like that. But back to the wackos, since we went on this whole tangent about this after the birds and everything.
Yeah.
Brings me to social media.
Oh my god.
Your current thoughts, or your thoughts on the current state of social media and what's going on right now. Especially, I want to say this right now in 2024, and then also a reflection of the past couple years. Like, how do you feel about it as a whole?
Social media has become so saturated to a point that the only way to really truly consistently get good, like, unless, I think of a way to say this. If you're starting a business, okay, and you're using social media to promote it, and it's from square one, you got 0 followers, 0 following, 0 posts. You got square one. You just made a logo, okay? The only way to do it fast and, like, God forbid, like, it's a lot more rare to blow up. Like, you don't just really blow up anymore. You got to pay. There's an algorithm. You got to study it. There's a science. There's an entire, like, it's almost like an unwritten rule, right? It's almost like stuff, like, like when you have something of your own, right? And, like, only you really know how to work that thing, right? Like, if one of your friends went to go try to do it, like, they wouldn't be able to figure it out. Like, only you really know how to work it. So it's almost like that, right? Where now people are trying to get into social media, posting the same shit constantly. And it's just like, dude, like, you gotta adapt at some point. You know what I mean? And the main people that fucking are talking most shit are the people that are posting the shit that's not adapting. So it's like, it's a whole thing. I think social media was better 3 years ago.
Yeah, it really
100%. I think 2024 is right now, like people like, you can see who's gonna thrive and you can see who's not, and it's very, very clear right now.
there is, and I don't know if you feel like this, but this is how I feel. There has been a total shift in the energy of social media to start this new year and what everybody has been posting. Like you said, the whole saturation thing, everybody's posting, but now everybody is posting all these clips that look exactly the fucking same. Everybody's clip is like, and here's the tough part, because you do want to have the balance of like, yeah, you do need to make things entertaining. You do need to make things eye-catching. You want to have a good hook, things and that. But so many people are just posting the same recycled garbage that everybody else has posted. And this is how all industries goes. It goes for the music industry. And it's just, now social media is just everything I see. Everybody's posting the same type of shit. And dude, I've been saying this on, whenever I talk about social media, my favorite thing about social media is the fact that you can be you. Like, you can be original. It's your social media.
And you have grasped to so many different people at once.
Yes.
Like, you have, it's almost like you're building an army of its own in social media. Like, that's how I treat it.
Yep.
It's so powerful.
And the first word of social media is social. Stop, you rat fucking snake swindler fucks. I swear, I've been pissed about this lately. That's why I'm really going in on it.
I hear it in your voice.
But dude, I'm telling you, people like, you'll follow, connect with people. This is the thing. I really enjoy connecting with people. That's why I love being in hospitality, the nightlife, when Reds took off. That was the ultimate for me when I became Red, the last living Red. It was like dream lived, done deal, fucking love it. I'm locked in. But with social media now, you're connecting with people and nobody's following through with the connection. It's not about going and networking at these events and meeting people. I'll tell you exactly why. Because motherfuckers don't give a fuck about anybody else. Yeah, they're lazy, but they don't give a fuck. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about nobody else. They like only care about themselves. Everyone,
I feel like. I swear the entire world is different since the pandemic. And it's almost like people are lazier. People don't care. Like you said, people don't give a fuck as much. Like, it's like they're not driven. They're not like, oh my God, like, I want to be the best of all time. No one thinks like that. It's very rare to meet someone who really fully believes that they can be the best 100% of the time, all the time, and they know that they're going to be successful. I guarantee you, if I asked 10 people if they were happy, like random people in their life, if they were very, very happy with their state, their financial state, whatever it may be, their happiness, their family, their whatever, most people are going to say no. And it's simply because that people need to start caring more. And not just about others or whatever, like, cliche way you want to say it, just about, like, the purpose of why we're here. Just go be fucking happy, dude. I tell everyone, don't work a 9 to 5, dude. Like, don't do it. Like, I promise you, you will not be as happy as your full potential. And, like, that's what I believe. And, like, hey, people are going to disagree, but that's why I think the world's going to shit. No one's happy. No one cares.
If you're not built for the 9 to 5, which is, there's only a few people that are.
There are people that are.
There are.
Go do it.
It will drain your soul.
Yeah.
Like, it will drain everything.
You're not even going to be you anymore.
You know what it is, too? And then once you, just coming up in a family business, like once you actually take on that responsibility of the business, the family business, and it's yours, you realize how amazing it feels to create something that is yours, that is your family's, that you know, that has a name to it, and you take pride in it because it's yours.
Yeah.
And again, and the thing, what I was talking about with the social media is like, no one gives a fuck and stuff. Like, nobody is really using social media. The greatest part about social media that I always thought, or what I always thought was the greatest part, was the fact that you could stay connected with the people you met. Yeah. So like, now there's people I haven't seen for years that just this year started following me because they saw clips from the podcast. And they're like, yo, Palsy is what everybody calls me growing up. That was my last name. Mm-hmm. So they go, Palsy, I just saw the podcast. Like, that's sick. Like, this is cool. And reconnecting with those people is like one of the greatest things. And I feel like that was why I loved when social media really blew up. I'm talking like the early days. Like I'm talking when Facebook like really took off when I was in high school, like connecting with people and staying connected with those people as life goes on. That's always been my goal. I've said it since before I even started a podcast. I've always wanted to go and just stay connected with my friends. Now you have social media. You can do that without having to go anywhere. You can hit them up and be like, hey, what's going on? How you been?
Agreed.
You know? And people have lost sight of that, and everything is me, 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 me. You connect with somebody. Dude, I just got followed and followed somebody I met at this event, that this and that. Haven't fucking connected with me on one piece of content that I posted, yet I've been connecting with them as well. Yeah. Now, I don't expect them to fucking just give me all the whatever. You don't like my post, comment. But I watch who's actually engaged with what we're doing, and I watch, oh, well, you're not connecting in this way, that way. They only care about themselves. They just want everybody to be attention on them. And they forgot, like, this is a skill that I think people really lost during the pandemic, like you just said, because everybody was just stuck inside. And no one was hanging out with each other. No one really, you weren't interacting. You weren't able to see people and talk to people. And then it fucking just fucked everything up.
Dude, I'm not going to say the name because it's always nothing but love for me, but like I just want to tell you this and I want your opinion, because what you just said, right, about people not giving a fuck also then falls into people, starting to become very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very only based around them and their own content, right? They want all the gratitude, right? Like they want all the comments from you and they want all the likes and the repost, but they won't do it for you.
Yep.
Right? And I'm not being petty, right? But when I post something, nice on someone's thing and then they comment, that's literally a mutual friend of ours. I'll tell you off the camera. But they go out of their way to comment something negative on one of my shits.
No.
Like,
really?
Yeah, but not, maybe it wasn't, he says he was comment baiting, but like, it was whatever. I was just kind of like, why in a million years? I was like, why would it even ever like come across? Like, even if you didn't like me, like, wouldn't you just not comment? Like, you really got to comment. You know what I mean? And I've done nothing but repost, put him out, like, share his shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah.
When people,
crazy.
It reveals people.
It's crazy.
It reveals people's true character. It's so, you can see, and people think like, it goes back to, we're talking about all the numbers and all the back end stuff you look at in the restaurant. I watch everything. I set an hour, half an hour or to an hour of my day in the beginning process of my day. So I wake up, Folgers for the Soldiers, auto lock. I start editing immediately. And then I edit for about 2 hours, brush my teeth, whatever. And then I lay down, sit down, and I go on social media and I see what everybody's doing. That's my chance to catch up with what everybody has going on. Now, if I have clips to post that week, if there's an episode, I'll post my clips and then I'll start perusing. I do that so I can connect with people and see what people have going on.
And then it's also not consuming your whole day. You got your time.
Set time.
And it works. And
then there's another time later. But that's set out in the day so I can make sure I stay connected with what people are doing. And then you watch these other people and I watch what they share, what they do, and then it's the real telltale sign. And it's hard for me to explain what this is and what I'm looking at exactly because it's so kind of like in the game, I want to say, when there's an event, which we've been in the event space for a long time now. Yeah. Any big night at a restaurant, a bar, a club, any special event where you go to, and now when you film content, this is where you see it. You see who's sharing what, who's commenting on what, and who's really pushing for you to succeed and who's not. And it's, again, going back to Keats and all those guys, it's rare you find people and connect with people nowadays that are trying to push what you have going on and really want to see you succeed. Yeah. And those are the people you really got to stay connected with.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this whole squad that we've kind of formed over the past year or so really is a group of people that wants to see each other succeed.
Dude, I have so much love for everybody in that group.
Outside of social media, when you connect with someone and you're genuinely interested in what they have going on, you become friends with these people.
Yes, dude. And then it benefits everybody.
Yes, and that's the best part of life. I'll tell you right now. Family and friends, staying connected with people, seeing what people have going on, I promise you, there's nothing better than that. Nothing.
100%. I agree. So tell me a little bit more about like some of these episodes you've done, some of these people.
Like, the podcasts. Well,
you've done everyone in the group, basically, right?
Almost everybody, yeah.
Who else you got to hit?
Let's see. So who'd we name before? So we have, going back, Cisneros done. Habib, his isn't aired, but Habib, yours, Josie, Luke, Keats, Anon, Mikey Skiz, baby, who was head of security at Reds in Brunswick, by the way. People forget that. But yeah, and then I'm trying to do more girls. I have Liz Way on deck. She's probably gonna be following Luke's episode. I have Krista Youngs. I had my girl Ange, who was really the number one Reds girl, like the best of all, the greatest of all time. Ange, her episode already aired on season 1. But yeah, it's a whole production. I mean, now you've done 2 episodes, 3 episodes. How many you filmed?
I filmed 2. My first episode was good though. You saw that with Keats and Neves.
Oh, a great episode.
I love that.
So entertaining. Dude.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I expected nothing. I'm like, when I watch this, I'm like, this is gonna be absolutely amazing. And then you came in hot with the claim about Jays. But yeah, it's
But now you get it. Now you get it.
No, dude. Of course I understand. If you're sober all the time, which is even more because you do go out all the time.
Too much, honestly.
You know that you got the juice. You've got the energy. You've got the electricity.
Do you want to know what I have the energy for?
You can go out without drinking.
Do you want to know something? I will go to the Brooklyn Mirage every day of my life if I could. I would go there for a morning sesh. I would go there for a dinner sesh. Brooklyn Mirage is the greatest place on earth, and I stand by that. Brooklyn Mirage.
Right Wait, is it closed right now or not?
I think it's open.
Okay.
I don't know.
If not, we got to get on that.
I want to say that I believe literally in the world, Brooklyn Mirage is my favorite place, and I haven't even seen the whole world. I feel like I can just say that.
This is what I say when I say Delaware is the 49th ranked state in the union. I say the only reason I haven't put it at 50 is because I haven't seen everything yet. But there's some things you just know. Brooklyn Mirage and New Jersey is the greatest state in the union. Those are 2 things that are absolutely
Brooklyn Mirage
solidified.
is its own state.
Yeah.
It is.
Brooklyn Mirage is... I mean, when you're talking a venue like that, and you're talking house music, you're talking that type of energy.
Oh, I'm talking techno till we die.
Yo, the techno takeover?
I want to out the door into my bed.
Have you noticed that techno really is taking over? Also, where do you think music is going? That's a whole nother thing.
Put bass in my face. I want it all in my face. That's what I like. I like music. I like it loud, and I like lights.
Music is one of the greatest. If we didn't have music, the world would be heinous. So what is next for you then? I mean, we can't really disclose why you're in LA right now. That will have already come out. Everybody will know. This will be a big thing. You'll already be blown up. It'll be massive. It'll be great.
Great. Yeah, man. I'm in LA. I'm filming interviews right now. Mm-hmm. Filming little skits. I was away for a month. Here's what I will say. I'll give a little things. I was away for a month and a half in Toronto over the summer, or a month, not a month and a half. And I was working. I was working up there, and now I'm back. And once a month, I'm coming to LA until around March, April, May, in that range. And yeah, man, I'm just I love what I'm doing. I just want to put this out there right now. What I'm doing. Well, actually, this is out already, right? It's already out. The show.
Yeah.
Show's already gonna be out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to a lot of the people that I love. I'm sorry to, a lot of the people who thought, I was an angel. I'm not. And it's out, and you guys see it. But look, I want you guys to know that I'm a fucking businessman, okay? And that's why I did it.
Business decisions.
So talk to me nice, okay?
Talk to me.
Be nice.
Business decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Be nice in the comments, guys.
Apologies to absolutely fucking no one, baby. The double champ does what he fucking wants, baby. Let's fucking go.
Wow. I'm literally rock hard.
I'm excited to see that, and I know just how amazing it's going to be, but obviously we won't go into crazy detail, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. In addition to that, what else is going on with you? What are your plans? Because what I'm thinking is that hasn't come out yet, and what's going to follow that is something I'm really interested in seeing, because there's going to be a whole world of opportunities that pop up from that.
Absolutely. So I mean,
in my opinion,
I'll tap on it a little more. I'm going to be throwing the biggest and baddest shows. That's what the whole it's already going to be happening.
So that's
buy your tickets.
Yeah.
Right
so
now.
That's where it all gets tied in. Those events. Okay.
And right now, at this very point in time, like, dude, a day in my life. I'll wake up, go to work, leave work, go to my other work, leave that work, go home, go to sleep. So, like, I'm nonstop moving while this is all happening. So I'm kind of right now, dude, I'm just grinding. My head's down. I'm looking forward to what's the opportunities that are going to come from this. I don't know what to expect. I know little bits and pieces, but it's a whole new industry to me. It's a whole new environment for me. I got tested to the absolute limits. I've never in my life felt certain things that I felt before, and like, it's crazy, bro. I mean, everything about what I've done and what's coming out is 110%. I would never take it back. I don't regret it. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh no, how are they going to portray me? Oh no, like this, that. But like, it's life, dude. I'm a savage. I'm just going to keep grinding.
You're built for it, dude. You're absolutely fucking built for it.
100%.
Dude, I'm fired up to see. Let's fucking go. And I'm fired up on this fucking podcast episode.
Absolutely.
Dude, I had a blast. This was mad fun, dude. Dude, all fucking day, dog. We're going to have to run it back again in the future.
I'm down.
I mean, you're going to be fucking busy. I know that. But
yeah,
we're going to fucking...
Busy's good,
I'll
bro.
be busy as well. It's nonstop. You know what will be really cool, though? Because I know this is all going to happen now. Just hearing where you want to go with it and everything. The events that are going to start happening... That's going to be really cool. I think that's going to be something where no matter where those events go, because if I'm picturing in my head now where I think you could take those events after everything that goes down in the next year happens, they're going to be big. But I think it's going to be something that no matter who's there, how many people there, like our whole squad can always go and be there and catch up if we don't see each other for a while.
100%.
That's what I think is going to happen. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens in the next fucking year.
Like, comment, subscribe, and all-time history. There is no other way. This is Red, closing out the Redcast. I'll see you guys next time. Joey Schifilliti, thank you for coming. Appreciate
Absolutely
it,
electric. Thanks for having me.
you got it, man.
We out. Let's go.